Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Well, shortly after the release of the Caspian Explorer on December the 2nd, 2025, here we are on the 11th of December, not long until Christmas, and there's now an Update 1, which is addressing a couple of bug fixes, some features of note, but primarily the reason why the Mark II ablative mirrored surface composite armour was removed from the game, and the problems that typically came with it. Now, the Mark II ablative armour currently is only available for the Caspian Explorer, but what is mirrored surface composite? Well, the mirrored surface composite in Elite Dangerous is a specialist hull armour type in Elite Dangerous available from certain, should we say, space stations. Obviously, you can get it from Jameson. So, basically, it's built with layered reflective alloys designed to scatter and diffuse incoming energy. So in gameplay terms, it's very resistant to laser, very high thermal resistant. It's notably weaker against kinetic, so that'd be your bullets and your cannon shells. It's kind of lower weight than some of the heavier alloys, and there's no additional power draw. Now, people use it when they're facing heavy laser opponents, when playing in environments where heat and energy damage are really the main threats. Essentially, it's the opposite of the reactive surface composite, which favours kinetic resistance at the expense of laser resistance, you see. Anyway, the ablative mirrored surface composite was introduced as part of a variant for the Caspian Explorer. Good for them. And now with Update 1 for the Caspian Explorer now being released, they've re-put in the Mark II ablative mirrored surface composite and introduced a cap for that engineering resistance. So, as we know with the updates, it comes in a couple of forms. It's a very short, sort of like update notes this time. Nothing as lengthy as what there has been, but it nearly is Christmas, so I am not surprised. So, what's happened? They've added a cap for engineering resistance to avoid values above 75% on the mirrored surface composite for the Caspian Explorer. There you go, being achieved. Station weapons now deal plasma damage, improving effectiveness against target resistance. Ooh, plasma damage. It's alright, isn't it? They've enabled Mark II ablative mirrored surface composite armour in the game at the markets where it's currently available. They've also resolved a crash, occasionally occurring when more than 9 ships were stored in the squadron bank. That's for your vanguards. And they've also replaced the low-res images of the Caspian Explorer in Galnet. It's a very beautiful ship, as you can see, and we want it in high-res. And why wouldn't you? So, what are you thinking about this cheeky little update right before Christmas? Could well be probably the only update we're going to get now, game update-wise, between now and the festive season. I think the game's in a pretty good place. There's always going to be problems that are still lingering around, but Frontier have committed to fixing them. Either way, there you go. That is Update 1 for the Caspian Explorer and what they're fixing. So in summary, ablative armour for mirrored ablative armour is coming back into the game, no problem. They've added an engineering cap, stations fire plasma damage, and they resolved a couple of crashes in regards to vanguards. I've been Ricardo. Thanks for watching. I'm going to see you soon.